We can also prove whether we have a trapezoid or an isosceles trapezoid on a coordinate plane. So for this, it tells us we have a quadrilateral ABCD. It wants us to show whether this is a trapezoid and then determine whether it is an isosceles trapezoid. So going back to the definition of a trapezoid, we put down the definition of a trapezoid having exactly one pair of parallel sides. So in order to show parallel, we need to use slope. And since we are showing exactly one pair of parallel sides, two slopes should be the same and two slopes should be different. So we're going to find the slope of AB, BC, CD, and AD. Okay, again, your slope formula for this is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now I'm just going to list what these slopes are. You can plug these in, plug in all your coordinates to figure this out. So AB is going to be a slope of 1/5. BC is going to be a slope of -2. CD is going to be a slope of 3/4. And then AD is going to be a slope of -2. So right now, we know that we have a trapezoid because BC and AD are the same slope. So we know we have a trapezoid. Now they want us to show whether we have an isosceles trapezoid or not. And you can do this one of two ways. You could first show that your legs are congruent or not. Remember, your legs would be the non-parallel sides, so you could find the distance of AB and CD. Or you may show whether your diagonals are congruent or not, which would be AC and BD. For this video, I'm going to show that my legs are or are not congruent, which means that I'm going to find the distance of AB and CD. So I'm going to put down here distance of legs, which are going to be AB and CD. Again, your distance formula, this one, x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1 squared. Again, you can plug in and try and determine what these distances are yourself. Again, we were using AB and then CD for our distances. The distance of AB came out to the square root of 26, and the distance for CD came out to square root of 25, which is the same thing as 5. So now we're going to classify what type of shape this is. It is a trapezoid because we had exactly one pair of parallel sides, but not isosceles because legs aren't congruent. Okay, that's an important part that you need to write. We know it's a trapezoid because we had two slopes that were -2, but we knew that it wasn't isosceles because we came up with two distances that were not the same. AB and CD, which were my legs, they were not congruent.